This game is called Trainatic. I think it's just like an incremental game where you build a train and it does stuff, and it like slowly numbers get bigger, screen gets more chaotic. And yeah, I don't know how much a incremental game works with a demo, so we'll kind of see how that goes. But it looked neat from the trailer, so we'll definitely check it out. Now we can start. Okay, so aim and fire with the stick. Right trigger is accelerate. Left trigger, decelerate. Oh, I guess am I supposed to be shooting? Gotcha, I should probably be shooting the trees in the way. Okay. Engine upgrades. Additional spot for a car. Probably want increased attack speed. Change tabs. Where are the tabs? So tabs are upgrades in the top left. Manage train in the bottom right. I would not call that tabs if they're not tabular, you know? Spike shooter. Okay, I only have that. All right. Nice chill song. The music. This is gonna be an incremental game because I have more wood now. I still feel like just going all in on bullets is probably smart for now. Because I feel like that's going to be the best way to get all the wood that I need. And then I'm going to need to get more fuel at some point. But yeah, let's max out the spike shooter. Because health doesn't seem like an issue right now. It's mostly just going to be fuel. This reminds, so like a classic incremental game is like Learn to Fly, like a Flash game, where it's all sort of about just kind of each attempt gets you a little bit more currency, which gets you a little bit closer to getting an upgrade, and each upgrade gets you much further, ideally. And then eventually it sort of just continues to snowball. Storage upgrade. Oh, and so I can only maybe hold a certain amount of wood at a time, and then that will kind of soft lock me from getting certain upgrades, I'm guessing. Let's just go for triple more fuel and then see if I run into a storage issue. Let's get a new car also, because maybe I'll get the next spike shooter. Let's see if I can save up for that. I wonder if it's more efficient to just, you know, like farm wood slowly with less fuel. I wonder if fuel is just completely duration based rather than speed based. Fuel support car. So that like turns stuff into fuel. All right, those don't seem necessary right now. Let's keep going for this, for a second gun. One thing with incremental games, I guess, especially in terms of a demo, is it's hard to kind of sell you on the fantasy in a demo form. Like, I wonder when this demo ends, you know, or like where do you draw the line, I guess? How is that enough to get people to want to do the full game? All right, so 2 guns was definitely a good upgrade. Because now I hit my storage max for a given run. All right, hold on. What else? What else we got? Spike shooter, +1 gun damage. None of that seems all that useful. So let's go for maxing out my fuel. I wonder if you can go like backwards. I wonder if it's like beneficial to go backwards ever. Probably not. I guess accelerate and decelerate doesn't ever give me an option for reverse. So it's probably just not possible. These like lo-fi beats to train to do feel a little generic. It works because of the like scan lines on this game, but I'm not sure entirely how train like they are, I guess. So I need 50 for a new car. That could get me a lot more fuel, maybe. So let's save up for that. Oh, there's the quick depart button just to quickly try again. Okay. Okay. So now I got my train car. I guess I can just get a few of those just to see what my options are for that. Max speed. Should also figure out what the extra levels are. So I'm taking a lot less damage now, which is good. Aha. All right, so we can save up for another train car. So that we can get more bullets. The funny thing about incremental games is that they are very linear. Like, it feels like you're making a lot of choices, but there really aren't that many. Whoa. What? That's what I'm saying. Sure, however you want to justify incrementing more. I'm gonna need more storage. Let's just buy a bunch. I don't think I need max speed. I do wonder if there is, but the song isn't like grating, but I could do with another song. Hold on, let's just quick depart again. This is a chill game. It's certainly not as like a streaming game, unless maybe you're very talented at talking to your chat or whatever. But as like an incremental game, I think it seems successful. Like, I could see it getting crazy. I do wish that there was a couple more like revolutionary things to do. But it does feel like every time you add a car, it does pretty significantly change how things go. All right, so I think another gun car is going to be the way to do it. I guess one thing is I'm not entirely sure why decelerating is that useful, other than like, I guess you're able to not hit obstacles, and so you could technically have longer health. But like it feels like in this sort of game where like if that just happens, like deal with it. I don't know, like the health hitting trees that are just on the rails feels like it's just like a byproduct of the random generation rather than like an intentional like design choice. Like it doesn't seem all that more interesting to have to like block the trees. I guess it's a little bit because you have to quickly worry about what's in front of you versus just hitting the trees on the sides. Yeah, I mean maybe that's like the only real choice that you make during gameplay is sort of where to aim your guns, and just like how sorry, I got distracted. Like where you're aiming your guns is sort of the only choice, and so or the only action you can make, and so I guess by having the trees on the rails, that makes it so that you're having to do more than just one thing. Like, because otherwise the only thing you're doing is pointing your guns at trees, just any tree. And if they're on the rails, then you have to point them specifically at a certain batch of trees, I guess. So I'm still... I do like how this game looks though, and the sort of aesthetic of it all, and the audio sounds pretty solid. I think the lo-fi music. I guess this might be a different lo-fi song now. So maybe my complaint's a bit less valid. But the lo-fi music is a little... It doesn't... Just because of how much lo-fi music is kind of overplayed, it almost feels out of place, where it otherwise wouldn't have, if that makes any sense. I think my bullets should be doing more damage. I can max that out. What is this? Pierce. Yeah, that's what I wanted. And a grenade car. Pierce feels like the revolutionary thing. I got a Slack message. That doesn't affect me. Hmm. $250, that's a lot. Let's just upgrade the storage then. I don't think I need speed or gun damage at this point. I think Pierce is probably what I want. because I think Pierce will like significantly increase the amount of wood I can get, I guess. I think I don't have enough. 150. All right, one more. Yeah, I'm definitely curious about, I mean, I'm sure this is just gonna kind of last until this sort of level is over. But I'm curious, like the balancing of upgrades is always very important for, I need 5 question marks for this. Okay, well, then I can't get Pierce yet. 10 question marks. Because some of these, like, at least for this early demo stuff, some of the ramping of progress is a little, seems like there's dips, but it's also been, I don't know, 20 minutes. Okay, so if I don't need more storage. I guess I just need whatever this was. They buff cars that deal damage. Fuel efficiency. And then max speed. Because now I think the biggest thing is probably just making progress distance-wise. Because right, the two sort of axes that you are upgrading against is your efficiency at collecting currency and your ability to last forever, like to go as far as you can. Do these need question marks? No, they don't. Okay, so I could get a new car if I wanted. I do like how this tree sort of just kind of expands on itself, where it sort of feels like it could be endless, right? Like there could just be forever upgrades. It does a good job of like enticing you into wondering how much more there is. It feels like there could be a lot more when I have no idea how much more upgrades there are. Sure, I love not having to do things. I think I need more damage. Auto accelerate. Oh, there we go. I do wish there were like more. I guess it was saying there was like the grenade car, so maybe that's what I should go for next. Because I want there to be like a new car, a new weapon type. So I gotta work on getting this. And where was the grenade car? Oh no, I can't get it yet because I don't have any question marks. Yeah, the problem with a demo or a game like this is that it often doesn't feel like there needs to be much more. Like I've got a feeling that I'll be very satisfied after playing this demo. Okay, I guess I gotta do it one more time. And so like I wonder, like I guess maybe this story like thing is what this game is doing to try to convince me to stick around and unravel the rest of it. You know, incremental game with a twist or something. I don't know. At least that explosion upgrade is making it so I don't have to think about the trees in the way as much. Which is nice because at higher speeds, it's harder to kind of manage trees in the way anyways. But it does almost still... Stone! There's a new currency. Well, that's interesting at least. You know, now aiming requires thinking about two different targets. Yeah, definitely want the grenade car. So stone is what question marks were. And then I'll be looking for the Pierce car also. And let's change that. Just see what it's like. Maker doesn't seem all that useful. Because if it's just like random spread. So maybe going for Pierce is probably the better choice than the grenade car right now. I think we're back to that same song again. There we go, Pierce. Increase grenade fire rate, no. So let's save up for another car so I can bring back my my third pistol car, I guess. Like, it's subtle. It feels subtle, but this train is definitely more impressive than it was before. And I think it does get pretty crazy based on the trailer. But it does also kind of feel a little slow in its incrementing. I think this is probably like my best run. No, I'm saving up for this. I also don't know when, like, where you would end a demo like this, so we'll keep playing for a bit, but like it seems like there's some sort of story that they are maybe building towards with the intent that they kind of leave me on a cliffhanger. But I would have hoped for sort of a new breadcrumb by now, if that makes sense. Guess I need more storage, because I'm already full on wood. Okay, new car. Oop. Change car. Select. There we go. Like, that felt like a meaningful upgrade. But I did like put like 3 or 4 upgrades in at once. So I wonder if like fewer upgrade levels, but with more like the same sort of overall stat boosts would be better. My fuel's not even going down. Because I guess I got that like regeneration car where every time I break something I get more fuel from it. I don't know why specifically this one song is the one that gets on my nerves. Something about the like condescending recorder. Okay, so what do I need at this point? Probably need more storage. I mean, we'll just give this a bit more. I don't know if it's going to have an ending or not. I would hope so, but I just don't know if it's within the time frame that I have personally. Let's just grab stuff while I've got currency then. I wonder if this like procedurally generated track will ever like loop back on the starting point just accidentally. Faster bullets travel farther. There's another gun car upgrade. Yeah, I do like the like the bullet sound effects and the hit sound effects and the train sound effects all sound really good. It all kind of works with the aesthetic. But it is a little counter to the sort of music of the game. Not that it doesn't work. It's just a bit inconsistent, maybe? I don't know. I guess all those upgrades that are saying like something happens at max speed, I wonder if that's at max speed in terms of the sort of written acceleration on the bottom left. Oh, you can't see that. There's like an acceleration meter. Or if it's sort of like, because when you hit things, I think the train slows down a little bit. So like, is that more, so like, are you trying not to hit stuff more so than I don't know, just only having slow stuff at the beginning, I guess, or having those effects not trigger at the beginning. All right, let's go for one more car. And then if nothing happens after that, we'll call it a day for this demo. But adding cars to trains is it makes sense, and it works for sort of the incremental concept. And I like that each car sort of can play into the other cars by buffing neighboring cars, and they each have their own roles. I think that's cool. But by making it sort of like the premium upgrade, you know, like that's like the big progression upgrade, the most expensive one. It's a bit harder to sort of see it come to, I don't know, prove its existence or whatever quickly, at least within the scope of the demo. But I imagine by the end of the game, you'd have like a dozen or 2 dozen cars, and it just gets pretty hectic. And maybe there's some strategizing about which cars you have next to each other. All right. All right, so I got so many bullets now. Which I think as long as I'm hitting stuff should mean that I should have a lot of fuel. Which should mean that as long as I'm not like taking damage, I should be able to get pretty far. Or get farther now with this new upgrade. I think it's also interesting that like the guns in the back will have issues or struggle to kind of shoot bullets up to the front of the train just because of how far away they are. There's a lot of trees in the way this time. Oh, I almost made it to 50. All right, well, I'm not sure what else there is to take in from this game. So let's just kind of spend the rest of this and do one more run. I guess I spent that pretty quickly. It's fire rate. There. All right, this will be the last run. We'll just see if anything comes out of it. You know, like Vampire Survivors is not technically an incremental game. But I guess like what's nice about it is that it's 30-minute, 20-minute or so runs, I think. End up condensing down that sort of incremental formula really nicely, or each of the upgrades does usually feel pretty meaningful. And one of my worries for this game, at least just even in just playing the demo, is it's a bit slower in its build up. I'm still satisfied by sort of the progression that I've already kind of experienced with this train, but I just wonder how it's gonna try to keep it going for a full game. More so, like how does it build beyond what it's already sort of showing, the cards it's showing in the demo. There we go, I broke 50. And we got one last thing. All right, let's see. The orb catcher. It's just such a grind. Okay, what time is it? It's already... All right, let's try to just get right to that. Let's see if we can just quickly get there. I think we can do it. Just a couple more runs and no more upgrades. Unless it's gonna, well, if it asks me to build a new car, I'll just swap out one of my existing cars. big focus is going to be trying to get a bunch of stone. Like, I wonder how many other maps there are, you know, like, can they change the formula by having the train in different environments, with different currencies, you know, once you graduated from stone and trees, like, what else is beyond that would hopefully, like, give this game a bit more legs. Let's do another. That's freaking song again. Yeah, there's the rocks. It's a little goofy that it feels like the way you lose is just by, like, your train bashing into trees on the tracks. You always imagine that, like, you know, train tracks don't have trees on them, I guess. So it's kind of funny, or I don't know. It's strange that tree tracks or train tracks, trees on the tracks and obstacles on the tracks are like the key thing that is giving me trouble. Which I guess is accurate to a train. It's just, it does seem a bit sillier with how the train and trees are just seemingly randomly generated. Oh yeah, there we go. It's looping back on the start. I was wondering if that was gonna happen. And apparently you can. I wonder if that would kind of screw you over if you already kind of got all of the resources from that area. I don't actually, I'm already full on wood, so I don't know how much longer I need this run to go. Yeah, because I just need more wood. Yeah, like, I'm still at max fuel, but I already have max wood, and so it's like, well, I kind of just want to end the run right now. I guess I could stop shooting and just take stuff to the face. See if that would do anything. There we go. It's running out. There we go. All right. Orb catcher car. Progress down the track and collect resources to lure out the orb. I mean, it's cute how efficient this game is with its sort of limited resource, or like limited mechanics, right? Like if the only verbs you have in this game are sort of shoot and progress down the track and collect resources, it is doing a good, but an interesting job of like trying to use those in different ways. All right, come on. I thought I saw it in the corner of the screen. I'm not gonna make it. Oh, that's so annoying. Oh, just want to get this. All right, come on, let's see if we can get this. I feel like I'm definitely running behind schedule. I think this demo went on a bit longer than I wanted it to. But it feels like once I get the orb, the demo will be over. So that's why I'm trying to power through. If it's not, though, then the stream will be over. Alright, come on, it's right there. I'm gonna run out of fuel again. So gonna run out of fuel again. Oh, it's so annoying. It's so annoying. Alright, let's just max speed. Alright. I'm not entirely sure how useful the grenade car is for this kind of current setup I have. I mean, if swapping it out for my other pistol car would be more useful. And also some of it's just getting the luck of the trees to stop dropping a ton of trees right in front of the tracks. Alright, I'm moving a lot faster now, so hopefully this will be a lot easier. Oh, I'm not gonna make it again. Even when I'm going faster. What else do I need? Fuel? I don't need more damage. There's a fuel upgrade. I'm gonna catch this orb. I swear. I probably should have swapped out that grenade launcher though. I guess the grenade launcher is good at getting a bunch of resources for this right now. Building up that meter quickly. There are just so many obstacles every time I do this. Feels like most of the runs I do don't normally have this many things on in the way of the tracks. It's not gonna happen. Ugh. Hold on. Don't need more storage. Let's just get those. Fire speed, and then let's try changing that out for this. We'll see if this does anything. All right. I'm just gonna try shooting ahead to see if I can clear out the pathway for me. I'm definitely not gonna make it again, but I'm gonna be so close. Oh, this is infuriating. I don't even know what other upgrades I would be needing to get at this point. I guess like the answer is like another support car and stuff like that, but I think at this point I am firmly out of time, so I'm not going to be able to get there, which is a real bummer. But that's that. So this was Trainatic. It's an interesting game. I think it's a bit slow giving in its increments, you know, its upgrades. I personally would have loved it to be a bit more quick in how the upgrades were dished out. But if it's kind of intending to be a longer game, then I can respect that. But yeah, it definitely felt like certain times I was dipping out of the interest range, and having kind of more sizable upgrades a bit quicker paced probably would have been nicer for me personally. But I do love the sound effects. I think the art's very pretty. And yeah, it's a cool game.